Good morning, friends in the Dharma Hall. Good morning at home. Welcome to our self-transformation and Dharma naming service. It's a little bit different than the other Sundays, so why don't we just straight up, get up, stand behind our mat, make space for the neighbor in front behind you, and we're going to get some Qigong movements prior to our meditation. Find your still point, let your arms dangle, stand up straight, and then just bring your hands up like they're being lifted. Breathing in, rising up, and breathe out, sinking. And breathing in, we rise. And we drop and relax, sink. And breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Longer breath in, coming up. Open your chest all the way, still breathing in and breathing out. Bring your arms together and back down, still breathing out and breathing in. Go to the side a little bit if you can. If your neighbor is too close, and breathing out. And in, maybe twist to the side, open up your chest. And out. In. And out. One more time. In. And out. In, bring your hands up, look into the sky, stretch, and breathe out, sinking back down. Bring chi high up, and in front of us, circling, breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. In. In. And out. Bring one hand up in front of you, the other one circles right beside you. Scoop up the energy and push forward. And breathing in, rising up, scoop the energy and sinking down. Push the energy in front of us. Switch hands. Breathe in and out. In. Out. And like a seesaw, breathing in, rising, breathing out, sinking, rising, breathing in, and breathing out. Yin and yang. And one more time, breathing in and out. Drop our hands, scoop the energy all the way behind us, and sinking, breathing in, scoop from behind, and breathing out, and in, and out, and in. One more time, in and out. In. Let's go look all to this side. And we're breathing out. Flip to the other side. Stretch. It's like a side stretch. Breathing in. And breathe out. In. And out. In. Out. together our hands, and we reach up, and we're stretching into the sky, and breathing out, down, breathing in, switch the hands, the other one goes straight into the sky, and breathing out, and breathe in, the other hand that is on the bottom, it stretches on a nightstand, and out, and breathing in, stretch all the way up, and out, and in, out, and in, out. One more round, breathing in, and out, and in, and out. This time, try to bend your wrist about 90 degrees if you can, and we're pushing out. Twirl it, bring it back together, and then push out. And we're breathing in, returning the energy to the center, and we're pushing out. Breathing in, and push. And push. And push. One more round, breathe in and push. And push. Now we step out in an angle. Imagine scooping water below your knee and rise up. Bring the water straight up. Shower yourself. And coming back down, breathing in. Scoop up another bucket of water. Bring it up. Shower yourself. And out. And in. Rise up. And out. This time when we bring it in, come to the top, feel yourself lifted, and we switch sides. Step out to the other side, breathe out, bring up the water, breathing in, and out. And out. Switching sides again, and this time we just come forward, and we're coming back, open up your wings like a crane, lean back, and we're breathing out, forward, and in. Draw the energy in, lean all the way back to your knee or leg, and out, scoop, and in, stretch, and out. One last time on this side, breathing in and out. And when we're breathing in, we're switching to the other side and out. Oops, sorry. And in. Come to the front. Bring your hands up like you're rolling an energy ball. Drop your hands, circle back around your energy ball, and breathing in. Bring the energy up one more time. Chest tight, drop, circle. And one more time, breathing in and breathing out. Hold the energy ball in front of your dantian. Stand still, breathing in and breathe out. Try to feel the energy between your hands. And relax your hands. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Please be seated.
Please push your mat two steps forward for friends in the back.
Good morning. Welcome to our Self-Transformation Day service. My name is Linda, and my Dharma name is Won Indo. A year ago today, my Dharma sister Shauna and I received our Dharma names. It has indeed been a year of reflection and growth. One thing I have noticed is that when I'm faced with a challenge, I ask myself, what would Won Indo do? In this way, my Dharma name has become a touchstone for my daily practice, a reminder of how I aspire to live. On this very special occasion, we honor the 9 disciples of Won Buddhism, whose lives of dedication and wholehearted practice continue to illuminate the path for us. Today, we also have the joy of celebrating Elliot and Tom as they receive their Dharma names. May this new step in their spiritual journey deepen their connection to the Dharma, and may their commitment inspire us all to continue growing, reflecting, and discovering our greater potential.
allow my body to settle. I allow my hands rest. I soften my shoulders, face. Take a slow, deep breath in. Notice the body. Notice the breath. Notice any thoughts and feelings that may arise. We simply observe. Transformation is a big word, yet it begins right here now, when I am willing to go beyond my usual way of thoughts, patterns. I notice my breath. I notice my awareness. Simply breathing and observing. Is there anything I am holding on to? Any attachment, any story, any belief? Simply notice. And with each out breath, we practice loosening the hold. Breathe in. I am aware. Breathe out. I let go. Let go of the need to be right. Let go of the need to be controlled. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the stories we have created. Breathe in, breathe out. Let us be light and free. 영주 prayer chant. Page 4. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. 영주 천지연기하신 정만사여의 하심도 천지여와 동일체하여 정지동심정 천지연기하심 정만사여의 하심도 천지여와 동일체하여 정지동심정 천지연기하심 정만사여의 하심도 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정 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 천지연기하심 정만사여의 하심도 천지여와 동일체하여 천지동심정. Palms together.
Prayer for Self-Transformation Day. Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws for harmony and justice.
Our founding teacher, Sote-san, assured us that when the mind is concentrated and devoid of any idea of self, our prayers will be answered. He said, our minds possess an element that touches the heart of heaven, and that each of us bears a responsibility to liberate ourselves and deliver all sentient beings.
Often we find ourselves locked into habitual patterns of activity, caught by our own thoughts. As spiritual seekers, we aspire to free ourselves from the limits imposed by ego, attachment, fixed views, and conditioning. Within this vessel of prayer, may we transcend self-limiting beliefs. In observance of Self-Transformation Day, may we rekindle our aspirations for liberation and freedom.
Today, we observe a historical moment in Won Buddhism. In 1919, honoring the self-transformation of Sote-san's first 9 disciples, we thank our spiritual ancestors for their dedication and devotion. We honor the Dharma pulse shared by Sote-san and his disciples. Moving beyond personal ambitions, the disciples united their hearts and minds with the founding master to realize the great vision of Won Buddhism.
As practitioners of the Won Buddhist lineage, May we strengthen our threefold practice by cultivating equanimity, wisdom, and mindful action. May our hearts connect with Sotasan's timeless vision of spiritual mastery over attachment to the material world.
May we transcend our individual selves to discover greater potential. By transforming our self-serving minds, may we blossom as flowers of selfless service. This we pray with our whole hearts and dedicate 4 bows.
You're all invited to stand up, offer standing 4 bows. Ilwansang vow, Sutra chanting, page 9. Ilwansang vow. Ilwan is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and lost the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence. Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is viewed as impermanence. Ilwan unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the 4 forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace, arising from harm and harm from grace. Therefore, we unawakened beings vow to practice bodies deeply flowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm until we attain the great empowerment of one and become one with the nature of Ilum. Are we playing the 9 Disciple video now, Nick? After the talk? Good morning, my name is Won Gong. Today we gather for our self-transformation service inspired by the historic event known as the blood seal vow on white paper, in Korean, 백지 혈인. After attaining Great Awakening in 1916, our founding master Sotaesan saw the need to create resources for a poor village. Together with his followers, he launched a levee project to create farmland. After enduring many hardships and completing the project, Sotaesan guided his first 9 disciples through 100 days of prayer to restore their energy and deepen their resolve. Toward the end of the prayer period in 1919, the 9 disciples pressed their bare thumb on a sheet of white paper. Then a blood seal appeared. Sotaesan recognized this as a powerful sign and said, "The spirits of heaven and earth have already responded to your sincere hearts. The work in the unseen realm is now revealed our success begins from this very moment. We know that Won Buddhism began with the Sotaesan's Great Enlightenment 3 years earlier in 1916, when Sotaesan said, "Our success begins from this very moment." I can imagine his inner voice, something like this. "Hey guys, to unfold my great vision for liberating all people, I cannot do this alone. I need you. I need your wholehearted presence and dedication. Now that our hearts are aligned, we can begin. The path is open, bright, and clear." The blood seal reminds us of a commitment that goes beyond personal interest and comfort, a willingness to dedicate bodies, minds, and even lives to the liberation of all sentient beings. Can you imagine yourself having that state of mind? The 9 disciples did not seek fame or recognition. Rather, they devoted themselves to Sotaesan's great vision of bringing the truth of ill one into the world to alleviate suffering. Today, we ask ourselves, how can I move beyond a self-serving life and dedicate our own practice to the well-being of all? At this time of year, I find myself contemplating the meaning of Dharma pulse, pommek in Korean. Have you ever heard of this term, Dharma pulse? In Buddhism, pommek refers to the living transmission of the Dharma, from teachers to practitioners, and from one generation to the next. It is more than passing down teachings and knowledge. It is the transmission of a practice, spirit, and aspiration. I like to think of the Korean term pommek as a heartbeat, something living and continuous. Without this living pulse, the lineage becomes merely a historical succession. The 9 disciples offer an inspiring example. When people ridiculed the Levy project, they are saying they are doing something totally crazy. How can they create the land out of the sea land? People ridiculed for their project, but they trusted Sotaesan's vision and persevered with him. When he guided them to 100 days of sincere prayer on different mountain tops, they devoted their hearts wholeheartedly. Their minds, hearts, and spirits were deeply, deeply aligned with the Sotaesan's vision and vow. The Dharma pulse beat strongly through their trust, dedication, and practice. Personally, as I walk this path today, there are some times when I question myself, question my journey, especially when I experienced feeling hurt or wounded. In those moments, Master Taesan's words come to mind. 전신 전수, 전신 전수. Trust fully in the universal truth and dedicate yourself wholeheartedly. In time, all things will return to you. Trust fully in the universal truth and dedicate yourself wholeheartedly. In time, things will return to you. When we trust only partially, we receive only a partial return. 전탈전여, 전탈전여. When all seems lost, let it all go. When you surrender and let go, in time, what is lost returns in greater measure. When all seems lost, let it all go. When you surrender and let go, in time, what is lost returns in greater measure. The more tightly we grasp, the less returns. Transformation requires surrender. In challenging moments, we often whisper, but what if maybe we defend ourselves or see ourselves as victims to protect our ego and self-image. Yet, to carry the Dharma pulse, there is nothing to hide. The Dharma pulse beats with a transparency, humility, and surrender. The transformation of the human mind is not a small matter. It is a profound and auspicious event under heaven. Letting go of self-centered and ego-bound ideas and stories is not easy. Would you agree? It's not easy. It is a lifelong practice agenda. Believe me, when you come back to temple, you hear this again and again. Believe me, whenever in response to challenging sensory conditions, you will encounter this agenda of practice again and again. So here's my prayer. May I trust the Dharma deeply. May I let go and shed layers of self. May I keep the Dharma pulse alive through surrender, acceptance, and transformation. Dear friends, happy self-transformation. Elliot and Tom will offer their naming ceremony vow. Please join your palms together to bless their vows. Together. You ready? Go. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I, Elliot, devote myself to cultivating a new mind, body, and spirit. Please watch over and bless my Dharma path through gratitude practice and threefold study. I understand that my new Dharma name signifies my renewed commitment as a sincere Won Buddhist practitioner. May my practice remain heartfelt and consistent, regardless of the conditions and changes in my life. May I be open and willing to receive guidance from teachers and sages, trusting their support for my spiritual growth. May I embody the meaning of my Dharma name. May I transform a self-serving mind into a mind and heart of service to others. May I realize that I am one with the nature of Il-One. Now, with the beginner's mind, I wholeheartedly receive the first 10 precepts. Now, Elliot and Tom will receive 10 precepts. Dear friends, you're welcome to bless every precept receiving, bowing where you are with the sitting posture, as Tom and Elliot receive 10 precepts with each bow, full bow.
Do not kill without due cause. Do not steal. Do not commit sexual misconduct. Do not consume intoxicants without due cause. Do not gamble or play idle games. Do not use harsh speech. Do not fight without due cause. Do not embezzle public funds. Do not borrow or lend money between close friends without due cause. Do not smoke tobacco without due cause.
Elliot Nelson. Colin Elliot Nelson. Your Dharma name is Insan. Say Insan. 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 In means loving kindness. San means meditation. Insan means embodying loving kindness anchored in meditation. Insan. Congratulations. Everybody, can you say Insan? Insan. And a special gift, discourses of a Master Sotaesan. Big applause for Insan. Thomas John Higgins. Your Dharma name is Togen. To means Tao, Gun means roots. Togen, deepening the roots of Tao, deepening the roots of truth. Togen. 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 Everybody? Togen. Togen. Master Sotaesan congratulates you. Togen. Big applause to Insan and Dogen.
Good morning again. Can everyone hear me? As you heard earlier, my given name is Elliot. Today, I have received a Dharma name, along with the Dharma that I'm to strive to fulfill. To further introduce myself, I want to begin by thinking of some of the other names or labels I have strived to fulfill throughout my life. It's a rather long list, so be prepared. Daughter, only child, student, chemist, mother, grandmother, friend, pal, wine merchant, retiree, caregiver, great-grandmother, widow, and senior citizen. Okay. Apparently, I have spent a lifetime collecting titles, yet Won Gong, in her gentle but direct way, has been encouraging me for some time. I see that some of you know exactly what I mean about her gentle but encouraging way. She's encouraged me to take a Dharma name. I always resisted. One of the questions I kept asking was, I already have a lot of names. Why do I need another one? So hold that thought for a moment, and let me tell you how I came to Won Buddhism. Like many of us, I came through curiosity and happenstance. The North Raleigh Temple was on the same rural road as my home, and I passed it frequently. One day, I decided to give it a try. Initially, I returned because the temple and the services offer such a wonderful opportunity to be quiet and still, a break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Gradually, however, I became more curious. I was drawn to the practice of threefold study, and I became particularly interested in the idea of searching for one's true nature. So now that brings us back to my original question. Why do I need another name? Even after I agreed with Tuan Gong to accept a name, that question remained with me. Then recently, a portion of one of the chapters we are reading in our Dharma book club gave me an aha moment. The book is Many Voices, Many Insights, American Perspectives on Won Buddhism. And the chapter is by our own Drew Palan. Let me share the passage that caught my attention. When meditating, we learn how to observe the mind and its antics. By doing so, we get a better sense of who or what is observing. This is a classical Buddhist question. Who is the observer? For me, that became part of the answer to my question about why should I take a Dharma name. The who or what that is observing is perhaps our true nature. I understand true nature as Zen or our original mind. I'm sure there are many other names and explanations, but for me, true nature is the human capacity to do the right thing in each and every act, to see more clearly the answers to life's questions, and to live peacefully in all that we do. We can access this through Zen and meditation. We learn to observe our busy minds and all their antics, and as we do that, we begin to get a better sense of who or what is observing. So now I think I understand why a Dharma name might be meaningful. All those names I mentioned at the beginning, daughter, chemist, wife, mother, grandmother, teacher, caregiver, great-grandmother, and so forth, describe parts of my life. They describe roles that I've had and responsibilities I've tried to fulfill. But perhaps a Dharma name is different. Perhaps it is not simply another title to add to my list. Perhaps it is a reminder to look beyond all those roles and to pay attention to the one who is observing them. Today, I have received my Dharma name, Yin Song. As you heard, the translation or Dharma attached to Yin Song is embodying loving kindness anchored in meditation. I find this meaning both beautiful and challenging. It is beautiful because loving kindness is something I wish to embody, not simply talk about and think about. And it is challenging because being anchored in meditation asks me to return again and again to the quiet place within me, especially when life becomes complicated, busy, or difficult. Perhaps that is what makes this name different from all the other names I have carried. The other names describe who I have been in relation to the world. Yin Song reminds me of who I am striving to be within the world. So I receive this name with gratitude. Yin Song is not a claim that I have arrived. It is an aspiration. It is a reminder. It is a Dharma practice to embody loving kindness, to remain anchored in meditation, to observe my mind and its antics, to remember my true nature, and perhaps most importantly, to continue asking the question, who is the observer? I hope my Dharma name will help me look beyond all the roles and titles I have carried and return to that original mind, to the quiet place from which I can see more clearly, act more kindly, live more peacefully. Yin Song, may I grow into it.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah. All right, good morning. I'm deeply grateful to be here today and to receive a Dharma name. To me, this is not a statement that I've arrived anywhere, as Elliot had also spoken about. It is a commitment to begin again, to keep returning to practice with an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to learn. My path to this temple began more than 10 years ago through my oldest son, Brennan, who is here today. He first attended the Children's Dharma Camp, and as Reverend Won recently described, a seed was planted. At that point in my life, I was raising 4 young children. I was looking for a place to refill my cup, for stillness, and to offer my children something foundational that I felt had been missing in my own childhood. I was also yearning for spiritual fulfillment, though I had reached a point where I had largely given up on finding it through formal religion. Life was busy, and I could not attend as often as I wished. Still, the temple remained a steady presence. I especially valued ceremonies such as the New Year's Eve letting go ceremony and the New Year's Day intention setting ceremony. They offered a reminder that we can pause, reflect, release, and begin again. About 3 or 4 years ago, I began attending more regularly, including the 6:30 a.m. morning meditation. That practice became an unexpected turning point. I was in a particularly stressful period of life and work, and I was coping with some health concerns. Starting my day in meditation was grounding. It gave me a place to settle before the demands of the day began. At one point, my Apple Watch notified me that my heart rate had trended down by about 10 to 15%, beginning almost exactly when I started regularly attending morning meditation and weekend services. It was a meaningful reminder that the effects of practice were real, not only spiritually, but mentally and physically. It helped open the door for me to welcome spirituality into my life in a deeper way. The temple's weekend services have been essential anchors in my week and in my life. At home, with busyness of life, things can sometimes feel unmanageable. The temple offers a container for practice, a dedicated time, a peaceful physical space, and the support of collective meditation. Here, I am better able to connect with others, with the Dharma, and with my true nature. I have had the opportunity to attend several retreats, which have deepened that connection. At the 2025 Gratitude Awakening Retreat taught by Won, the Fourfold Grace became especially meaningful to me. Reflecting on the grace of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws has helped cultivate gratitude, inner peace, and comfort. It has become an anchor for my practice, not because gratitude always comes easily, but because it gives me a path back when life becomes and feels difficult. This year's retreat, We Are One, We Are Whole, deepened my sense of connection with my true nature and widened the door for self-acceptance. After recovering from a stress fracture in my leg, I was newly able to return to regular activity just before the retreat. Daily hikes in the mountains felt like both a physical and spiritual rebirth. And after being stuck in a boot for 12 weeks, that was especially welcome. Through group seated meditation, moving meditation, lying down meditation, personal favorite, and my own solitary hiking meditation, I experienced the benefit in many ways of how to meditate. And in nature, I found another way to return to my true nature. This practice has helped me trust myself more. It has helped me accept both my strengths and my faults, respond rather than react, and make more space for gratitude in my life. As a nurse, I see how a calm presence and authentic listening can help people feel more at ease when they are vulnerable or anxious. My regular practice has absolutely helped me bring more compassion and equanimity into that work. I am also grateful that my children have been part of this temple community. They may not always be as eager as I am to attend, but I know that seeds have been planted in them just as they were planted in me. I believe it has helped them develop tools for self-acceptance, confidence, resilience, and connection with their own true natures. I want to thank Reverend Wongong, the Kyominims, who have served through the years, and this entire temple community. You have been teachers, fellow travelers, and a steady source of support. And Wongong, I'm especially grateful for the spiritual community you've created and nurtured, and for the way you make Won Buddhism teachings accessible and alive. When I learned that my Dharma name would be To Gun, deepening the roots of Tao or truth, it felt especially meaningful. I had already written this talk and then received the email what my name was, and I was like, this couldn't have fit in any better, actually, and sent a last-minute correction to Wongong. So as I said, more than 10 years ago when Brennan first came through these doors, and I did as well, that seed was planted. And over the years, through meditation retreats, the Fourfold Grace, this community, and just simply returning to practice wherever I am and however I am, I feel that seed has taken root. For me, this name is a reminder that those roots are never finished growing, that I can continue to deepen them in the Dharma and allow the grounding in truth to shape how I live, how I care for others, and how I meet the circumstances of each day. As I receive this Dharma name, I renew my vow to begin each day with gratitude and intention, to continue regular meditation practice, to care for my mind and body, to practice the Fourfold Grace, to support this community, and to help others feel seen and at ease. May I continue to practice not perfectly, but sincerely, to deepen my roots in truth, and may we all keep returning to the wholeness that is already within us. Kamsahamnida.
Thank you, Dogen and Insun, for your beautifully open-hearted, reflective sharings. Thank you. Everybody, please now stretch your legs. And let us do something nice for our legs and knees. Feel the sensation when you wiggle your toes. Ankle rotations. Thumbs, children, if you are thumbs children, stand up, please. Wow, you all have grown up so much. Remember, you're very, very little babies. Oh. Everybody raise arms up high, please. Make our back feel better and lean forward, breathe out. Happy back, leg stretching, whole body stretched, relaxed. Anyone would be curious how you can get Dharma name? Please raise your hand if you ever curious. Anyone would be interested in receiving Dharma name? Raise your hand, please. Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. That's great. You know, Dharma name receiving is like you have a relationship with someone for a long time, and finally you have a wedding ceremony. What's your relationship before and after? Is there a big difference? In a way, not really, but it's a very special because you are in a way proclaim your bond and relationship with the family and community. So naming ceremony in a way serves that way. And also those who have Dharma names are especially in a way a little bit mandatory and encouraged to have a regular Q&A session because the reverends want to give a more specific guidance on their practice journey. So you get a little bit more one-on-one attention in that sense. Also, Dharma name holders will have a monthly meeting, first Sunday every month, online or in person, sharing about their practice journey, and also help temple as caretakers as well. I know a lot of you have been coming to this temple without Dharma name. Your practice is very deep, consistent, helping temple so much. So I feel like, oh, you are more than qualified to receive Dharma name. We have several of those friends there. So this Dharma name receiving should be voluntary, not because I told you to receive. It should be coming from your own interest, right? Congratulations, and then I'm looking forward having more Dharma naming ceremony with you all. Children, raise your hand, please, if you're children. Wow. Or stand up, please. Hard to see. Wow, they were here today. Big applause to our children. In honor of children, in honor of our present generation and next generations, let us chant page 2. Page 2, Namu Amitabha. Let us read meaning together. May I take refuge in the infinite light of my true nature. May I take refuge in the infinite light of my true nature. In the infinite light of my true nature, there is no age, there is no past, future, there is no place of here or there, timeless, placeless, infinite light of our true nature. May we continue to shine the light. May we be transformed. Namu Amitabha. Namu
Namu Amitabha. A heartfelt congratulations, Elliot In-sun and Tom Do-gun, on receiving your Dharma names today. This is a truly inspiring moment for our Sangha. We are blessed and grateful to be able to share this moment with you in recognition. May your dedication and practice flourish and continue to serve as a light for others on the path. And may your names be beautiful tools and blessings for your practice. Happy Transformation Day, everyone. Another opportunity to practice this afternoon on Self-Transformation Day is at the Raleigh Temple this afternoon at 4 p.m. Come and enjoy the nestled energy in the forest of North Carolina and practice with a guided meditation on self-transformation and learn a little bit more about the history of Won Buddhism. If you haven't noticed, our temple has a weekly rhythm of practice. It's a heartbeat, a pulse. Besides weekend community practice gatherings like today, every Tuesday evening we hold a peaceful meditation. Every Wednesday morning we have decluttering meditation. Every Thursday we have scripture study sessions. All are welcome to these events. By being in our community email group, you will receive updates and Zoom links about all of these programs, including our upcoming retreats and classes. Now, let us please turn to page 13, put our palms together, and bless each other with our morning prayer song.
Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind, may I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world. Bowing to our friends next to us, blessings, blessings. And raise both arms up high and waving towards the camera. Online friends, see you next week.
Namu Namo